Well, hey guys, this is April 21st, um, 2026. I'm out here at the phone booth. Yeah, you see the sun's coming up behind me. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. Came out to call Mama, and I was out here yesterday afternoon and shot a video about the bear that I talked about in the opening video that Wayne and I got to experience out here. And the video just disappeared. So, maybe I hit the delete button inadvertently. I don't think I did, but regardless, I have to reshoot the video. So here we go. So yesterday when Wayne and I were sitting out here, Wayne was sitting right about there in between those two trees-ish, kind of about that spot. And I was sitting here, and down off the edge of the rim down below me, I could hear a twig snap. And a little bit later, I could hear footsteps. And a little bit later, I mean, maybe a minute or two later. And so I'm sitting here, and I didn't want to speak out loud to Wayne because I didn't want to spook whatever was down there. I was thinking it was a mountain lion. And so I'm sitting here, and I was in the process of texting him that there's something walking right below me. And so as I pan over here, you got this pine tree right here, and there's some old barbed wire wrapped around it, this little pine tree, and there's this drainage coming down right there on the other side of these two rocks. Well, I could hear him walking up, and when he cleared this rock and got right here, made a right-hand turn and started going up this little knoll where that pine tree is. And I was trying to switch off of the text message over to my camera to get a picture of him. And this happened pretty quick. That I wanted the bear to know I was here because I was downwind of him. He had no idea I was sitting here. And so I said, "Hey, bear." And he stopped and he turned and looked at me, and just that quick was over the edge as I took the picture. But he was heading up this way towards where Wayne was at. So I was, "Wayne, bear, bear, bear." And Wayne stands up and he's, "Where?" And I said, "He's right in front of you." And "Oh, there he is." So he's about 15 feet away from Wayne. And, so I'm going to take a couple steps over here. Please don't mind. I have to pay close attention to what I'm doing because this is pretty steep and it gets loose. But, I can get a little... Just bear with me, folks. I got to watch my step pretty closely here. So that bear come up that, and he come right through, and he was standing literally where that decomposed log is. And when I said, "Hey, bear," and he turned and looked at me and startled, and kind of went over that rise and up the hill. But, as you can see, this is no joke here. This is damn near vertical. There's not a chance in hell I would ever attempt to go down or up that. I mean, it would have to be something pretty intense for me to want to attempt that. But anyway, this is where the bear was. It was a pretty spectacular moment. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I grew up a big fan of Grizzly Adams. You know, I wanted to live like Grizzly Adams. I wanted to have a bear like Grizzly Adams. And you know, you look out there in the lowland, and that's where a lot of Grizzly Adams was filmed. You know, here in the Payson area, and also in I think it was Utah. But yeah, so this is Grizzly Adams country, you know, and so the fascination I've had with bears literally my entire life, you know, deep reverence and respect for the animals. You know, they're pretty special, but you know, to have them walk up the edge and yeah, you know, here on the rim, and you know, just kind of my Grizzly Adams moment in life. And if nothing else happens on this trip, that just made everything that much more special up here. So anyway, babbling enough. I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna head back to camp. Chris is supposed to be coming in today. Wayne had to go into town for an appointment. He'll be back this afternoon. But as always, I love each and every one of you. We thank you for taking your time to listen to us. This is something just a little off the beaten path. Dun-dun-dun. Be good to yourselves. Be good to those around you. Pay close attention to everything going on around you, and please stay safe. Peace out.